All right, news break coming in. 3 CBI officers who are part of the probe team in the mysterious death of actor Sushant Singh Rajput have independently told the India Today group that the probe team has so far not found any evidence to suggest that Rajput was murdered. Though investigation is still open, the CBI officials say they are focusing on the suicide angle and examining if a case can be made for abetment to suicide. The CBI has so far done an elaborate reconstruction of the crime scene, gone through all evidence collected by the Mumbai police and interrogated key suspects. According to the team conducting the probe, none of the forensic reports or statements of the key suspects or the reconstruction of the crime scene suggests there was foul play. While the CBI is focusing more on the suicide angle, it is not officially closing the murder investigation just yet. The next key element in the probe is going to be the report submitted by the AIIMS forensic team, which will weigh in on the post-mortem and the autopsy report. Connecting to my colleague Munish Pandey, joining us with the very latest. Munish, this is big breaking news. With all indications, the investigations suggest suicide, not murder.
Well, Preeti, this is a primary report which has been given to the CBI officials by the forensic experts, and also the statements which have been recorded by the CBI officers at the DRD office where I am standing. Now, what I have been given to understand by my sources within the Central Bureau of Investigation is that when the CBI team went to the reconstruction of the crime scene, and when they analyzed the evidence which was submitted by the Mumbai police, initial report by them suggests that there was no foul play involved, or there is nothing to suggest that Sushant Singh Rajput was killed. Also, during the recording of statement, the 4 key witnesses, Siddharth Pithani and 3 of the house staffers, Neeraj, Dipesh Sawant and Keshav, none of them have confessed of any foul play or staged suicide or killing Sushant Singh Rajput. Also, the other team which was looking for a possible evidence in the case which can suggest that there might have been any foul play or something which can indicate that Sushant Singh Rajput was killed. So that has not been yet found by the Central Bureau of Investigation. But these are, again I'm saying, these are primary indication by the Central Bureau of Investigation investigators, and the final report will be given to them only after the PM report and Visra report analysis which is being done by the doctors of AIIMS. Now, when they will be submitting the report, then only CBI will officially give a confirmation that in what angle they are going to probe. But sources within the CBI have told me that as of now there is no indication that Sushant Singh Rajput was killed or there was any foul play involved in his death.
I want to connect right now to my colleague Shams Tahir Khan. Shams, what are your sources telling you? Now it really does seem that the investigation indicates suicide and not murder, at least till now, even though the case hasn't been closed yet.
प्रीति, मैं आपको बताऊं कि जो हमारे सीबीआई सोर्सेज उनसे बात हुई, उनके एग्जैक्ट लाइन आपको बताता हूं कि टिल 3 PM आज दोपहर 3 बजे तक, जब से सीबीआई की टीम यहाँ आई लगभग 12 दिन हो गए, 3 बजे तक ऐसा कोई प्रूफ और सबूत नहीं मिला है जिससे सुशांत की मौत में कोई फाउल प्ले उनको नजर आता है। उन्होंने बाकायदा ये कहा कि 3 बजे तक हमारे पास ऐसा कोई सबूत नहीं मिला है। पूछा गया कि ऐसा क्यों, अभी तक क्या है, इसकी वजह क्या है, तो उन्होंने 2-3 चीज़ें कही। एक, जो प्राइम विटनेस हैं इस केस में 4, सिद्धार्थ पिठानी, नीरज, केशव और चौथा आपका दीपेश, इनसे करीब 10 दिनों से ज़्यादा पूछताछ की गई, लगातार पूछताछ हो रही है। इन सारों के बयान को जो देखा गया, इसके बाद जो सीन रिक्रिएट किया गया था सुशांत के घर पे, आपको याद होगा, बाकी ड्रमी ट्रायल हुआ, फॉरेंसिक की टीम पहुंची, वो रिपोर्ट भी पॉजिटिव आई थी। वो इसलिए कि उस बेड से कोई आदमी अपने आप को हैंग कर सकता है। तीसरी चीज़, जो पोस्टमार्टम रिपोर्ट और विसरा रिपोर्ट थी, उन्होंने कहा कि जो इनिशियल स्टडी की गई है उसमें कोई ऐसी चीज़ नहीं मिली। हालांकि उन्होंने ये कहा कि ज़रूरत पड़ी तो हम इस रिपोर्ट को मुंबई में आकर रीचेक करेंगे, विसरा को भी अगर जरूरत पड़ी, पोस्टमार्टम को भी। लेकिन अभी की जो हालत है वो ये है कि इन सारी चीज़ों को सामने रखकर और सारे जो अहम विटनेस है, खासतौर पर ये 4 जो मैंने आपको नाम बताए, उनको देखते हुए सीबीआई ने पाया है कि फिलहाल कोई ऐसा उनके पास प्रूफ और सबूत नहीं मिला जिससे ये पता चले कि सुशांत का मर्डर हुआ। हाँ, सुसाइड के बारे में उन्होंने कहा कि हम अबेटमेंट ऑफ सुसाइड के एंगल से इस मामले की जांच कर रहे हैं कि रिया चक्रवर्ती का इसमें क्या रोल है, अगर सुशांत की जो मौत हुई है उसके लिए कितनी जिम्मेदार है, उस एंगल से डिटेल में जानकारी ली जा रही है, पूछताछ हो रही है। और इस मौत का ड्रग्स से क्या कनेक्शन है, उन्होंने कहा कि इसकी भी जांच की जा रही है। बट साथ में एक इम्पॉर्टेंट लाइन ये भी थी कि द इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज स्टिल ओपन, मतलब आगे अगर हमें कुछ मिलता है, कुछ नई चीज़ें आती हैं तो हम अभी नहीं बता सकते। लेकिन फिलहाल ये है लेटेस्ट कि आज 3 बजे तक का उन्होंने कहा कि हम इस केस की जो जांच कर रहे हैं उसमें ऐसा कोई नई चीज़ मिली हमें जिससे इसमें कोई फॉल्ट प्ले लगे। सुसाइड की बात की है, लेकिन अबेटमेंट ऑफ सुसाइड के एंगल से इस पूरे मामले की जांच की जा रही है और ये जांच जारी रहेगी। प्रीति,
शम्स, आपने जब कहा तो अभी केस उन्होंने ओपन है, मर्डर की इन्वेस्टिगेशन भी चल रही है, पर जो सारे सबूत आ रहे हैं वो सुसाइड की तरफ पॉइंट कर रहे हैं।
बिल्कुल प्रीति, उनका ये कहना है कि इस इन्वेस्टिगेशन इज स्टिल ओपन। हर एंगल से हम अब भी जांच करेंगे, आगे भी जांच करेंगे, लेकिन इस वक्त हमारे पास कोई ऐसा प्रूफ, कोई ऐसा सबूत, कोई ऐसी गवाही, बाकी कोई ऐसी चीज़ें नहीं आई है जिससे हमें कोई डाउट हो। लेकिन फ्यूचर में ऐसा हो सकता है, क्योंकि अभी बहुत सारे स्टेटमेंट्स बाकी हैं, बहुत सारे लोगों से बातचीत बाकी है, जो बयान दर्ज हैं उनको भी देखना है। लेकिन फॉरेंसिक एविडेंस जो रिक्रिएशन सीन का हुआ था, रिक्रिएट वो, और जो 4 सबसे अहम विटनेस हैं उस घर के, जो 13 और 14 को सुशांत के घर में मौजूद थे, उनकी गवाही, उनके बयान, इन सारी चीज़ों को देखते हुए फिलहाल ये है कि अभी तक कोई फॉल प्ले नहीं है, लेकिन जांच जारी है। एंगल सारे होंगे, क्योंकि वैसे भी सीबीआई जब जांच करती है तो उनका ये कहना है कि हम कोई भी कोना छोड़ते नहीं, तो ये है कि उनका एंगल अभी भी जारी है कि ये है क्या मौत का सच। लेकिन जो मैं आपको खबर दे रहा हूँ वो ये है कि जो सीबीआई ने अब तक की इन्वेस्टिगेशन की है, उस इन्वेस्टिगेशन में कहीं से भी अभी तक फाउल प्ले नहीं पाया है। सुसाइड और अबेटमेंट ऑफ सुसाइड, इस एंगल से इस मामले को आगे बढ़ाया जा रहा है। प्रीति,
Shams, आप हमारे साथ बने रहिए। I want to cut across right now to Sahil Joshi, our Mumbai bureau chief, who's also getting us more information on this developing story. Sahil, you know, in all of this, if Shams' sources, you know, have said very clearly that it seems, at least till now, it seems to be suicide, the Mumbai police would be heaving a sigh of relief.
Well, absolutely. In fact, you know, I would like to add couple of points to what Shams and Munish have put forward. You know, CBI actually cannot rule out you know, the statements given to Mumbai police by 5 doctors, you know, who have been treating Sushant right from 2013. So those statements will also be needs to be considered. That is point number 1. The point number 2 is about how the sisters were also giving him prescription about mental health medicines from 12th of June. The chats we have unearthed, and you know, the prescription which was given to them by you know, Ram Manohar Lohia Hospital without consulting Sushant Singh Rajput, without even seeing Sushant Singh Rajput. You know, these things will also needs to be considered by CBI. That is point number 2. Point number 3, which is more important in this whole investigation, is that Riya Chakravarti was not present from 8 to 14 in that particular house where you know, now allegedly what we can say that Sushant Singh Rajput have committed suicide, or what we can say is that he was found dead in his bedroom. From 8 to 12th of June, his own sister Bitu was staying with him. So obviously, considering all these things, obviously, as Shams had said and Munish has also emphasized, that primarily they don't think that CBI doesn't think that this can be a murder. And also the forensic evidences which they have, the viscera report, the forensic samples which was collected in the initial investigation by Mumbai police, everything has been handed over to CBI. Now what remains is basically the drug angle, because there are certain chats which indicates that you know, the group was taking marijuana. The mention of doobies, which is mentioned in the in particular chats. So are these drugs, or are these things, weed basically, is involved in any way of pushing Sushant towards suicide? It's something which CBI would definitely like to know. And of course, on that basis, CBI had questioned Riya in last couple of days and emphasized on specifically to ask her what exactly had happened with respect to drugs, on which my sources are telling me that Riya has told them point blank, and which has been confirmed by Sushant Singh Rajput's former bodyguard, who had you know, his sting operation was run by India Today. In that also he has confirmed, and Riya Chakravarti has told CBI that Sushant used to take marijuana even before she met him. And he's not a small child that she could have stopped him from taking any kind of drugs like that. So, you know, she's not responsible for him to take drugs. That is what Riya Chakravarti has told CBI. Now, the CBI will have to corroborate what she's saying with the people who were staying with him at that time. If you remember, Neeraj's statement to Mumbai police and then to CBI also mentions that he used to take drugs. Samuel Miranda's statement to CBI as well as Mumbai police also mentions that he used to take weed cigarettes. So it needs to be corroborated with the people who were present at that particular time. If CBI comes up with get some other evidence, not something which is coming in public domain through social media, but something concrete to suggest that there is something else has happened, then of course CBI would like to know from Riya Chakravarti that why she is involved in this, and of course the abatement of suicide angle will be probed further with respect to Riya Chakravarti.
Right.
We have to remember one thing: the FIR on which CBI is investigating is the FIR filed by Sushant Singh Rajput's family,
right.
and they have alleged that Riya Chakravarti and the family was involved in financial wrongdoing as well as abatement of suicide. The financial wrongdoing angle, it seems to be completely ruled out at this point of time, because ED has interrogated Riya Chakravarti. Nothing they could find. CBI also tried to investigate the same thing, but they also couldn't find anything, because now that's in the public domain.
Right.
Now they are getting into the drug angle and to check whether that can be converted into abatement of suicide, and that's what it seems right now happening.
All right, okay. Sahil and Shams, appreciate you both for joining us. Manish, do stay on with me, coming right back to...
Hello everyone, this is Rahul Kamal here. Hope you enjoyed this video. For the latest news and analysis, like and subscribe the India Today YouTube channel, and don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated.